perhaps precisely because we see them as everything that is sweetness and softness in the world, that ghostly specters in their shape frighten us so terribly. Stay tuned, if you dare, for two such tales of little girls who aren't what they seem. Sugar and spice and everything nice. That's what little girls are made of. There is a medicine story that tells of Crow's fascination with her own shadow. She kept looking at it, pecking at it until her shadow woke up and became alive. Then Crow's shadow ate her. Crow is dead Crow now. Join us as we attempt to look through the wandering crow's eye to find the gateway to the supernatural, to seek to know the unknowable mysteries of creation. Welcome to the Wandering Crow Podcast.
Little Girl by the Rocking Chair. When I was about 9, my mom and my siblings were living in my grandparents' place because of money issues. My mom, little brother, and me would sleep in the living room on a pull-out sofa. I slept on the side of the bed next to my grandpa's rocking chair. By this time, we had been living there for about a year or so and never experienced anything weird. One night, I woke up in the middle of the night and opened my eyes. I was facing the rocking chair, and next to it, there was a little girl. There was some outside light coming through the window, so some light hit the side of her face, but not enough to reveal her entire face, which was just a shadow. Her hair was in a half ponytail. She was wearing a white dress, and I think she was laying one of her hands on top of the corner of the chair. I stared at this thing, and since I was laying on my stomach, I slowly wrapped my face into my arms and just started to pray.
Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever.
I remember my eyes closed and quivering from how terrified I was. I don't know how long I did this for, but I eventually fell asleep. Looking back, I think I was afraid that if I moved to wake up my mom, it would do something to me. I didn't tell anyone of what I had seen. Fast forward, I was now 13 and lived in a different house. I also lived in a state prone to hurricanes, and there was a hurricane that was going to make landfall. My mom invited relatives to stay with us and to spend the time. We started sharing scary ghost stories. I shared the same story. At the end, my mom said,
I saw her too.
My mom shared that she saw the same little girl matching my same description, but that instead it was sitting on the rocking chair staring at us. I asked her why she never told me and told me what she had seen. And she said she didn't want to scare me. She had never shared her experience of that night with anyone else. It felt validating, but also left me extremely creeped out. This was the only time I saw her, and to this day, never saw her again. Back in the 90s, I was 14. I lived with my parents and 2 older brothers, but my oldest brother and his wife and toddler daughter, my niece Laura, moved in with us for a short period of time. So we were 5 adults, 2 teens, and a toddler. My mom loved cooking and loved taking care of my niece even more, her first grandchild, but she had a heart condition and other health problems. Carrying the little girl was taxing to her, so we would try to not leave her alone with the baby, just in case. Also, since we were so many, we would buy groceries every 2 weeks in large amounts, like full trunk and back seat loads. My newly moved in oldest brother and his wife both worked, and to the family's dismay, at times left the baby girl in my mom's care without supervision. We were privileged, so our house was huge. I mean, gardens, fountains, palm trees, guest apartment, parking lot for 6 cars, and it was also haunted. One day, I got home from school, ready to drop off my book bags, change, and leave to be with my friends. As soon as I opened the door, the sounds of a busy kitchen and the smell of cooking food filled the house. Mom was cooking. My baby niece was in the living room on her baby walker. Unattended, she didn't need it. She could walk, but that would limit her movements and access to spaces in the house. I yelled,
"Mom, I'm home."
Mom yelled back.
"That's good."
I asked for my brother and dad. My mom replied,
"They went to buy groceries."
I sighed. I would not be going out. I would be staying home and watching over my niece while Mom cooked. I picked her up, watched cartoons, got Cheerios for her to snack, and gave a box of juice. After longer than an hour, I know this because we watched more than two 30-minute cartoon shows, we started playing chase. We'd run around the couch one way and reversed. I'd pretend she was too fast for me. Then suddenly my dad swung open the front door carrying grocery bags. I got to see my niece run into the bathroom, but I was slightly distracted by my dad. Go outside and help your brother bring in the groceries, he said. I replied, sure, but went into the bathroom for my niece. That's no place for a toddler. There's a toilet and a trash can, but she wasn't there. She must have come out in the second I was distracted by my dad. I looked for her, called her name, didn't see her. My brother walks in with more grocery bags. Uh-oh, doors open, I think. Maybe she walked out while I was looking for her in the living room. I walked outside, didn't see her in the front garden, not on the side garden, not in the driveway, perhaps back inside. She can't be that fast. She's a toddler, I thought as I started to panic. My brother yells, hey, come help us. They didn't park inside the property, but outside on the sidewalk. The gate is opened. What if she got out and no one saw? I thought, okay, time to come clean and recruit help. I ran outside. Hey, have you seen little Laura? My brother, yeah, she's in the car. I see her sitting in the car seat. They must have seen her walk out and put her in the seat to stay still while they bring in groceries. I decided I gotta come clean. It was I that watched her. I didn't want them to blame Mom, but I helped them with the groceries first. A bit later, it was lunchtime. We were sitting at our dining room table. Baby is in the high chair. I addressed the elephant in the room. Hey, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for letting the baby out. I was looking after her, but in a micro distraction, she went outside.
"When was this?"
Asked my sister-in-law to me. Today. Brother, today? At what time? Me, when you arrived from the market with groceries. She walked outside and you sat her in the car seat. Brother, she went outside by herself? Like to the sidewalk? Everyone started freaking out. I said, yeah, luckily you were outside to catch her and sit her in the car seat. Sister-in-law.
"Wait, today? Before we left from the market?"
Me, no, today when you got back from the market. Before that, I was watching her. Sister-in-law.
No, she was always in the seat. We took her to the market with us. We agreed we weren't going to leave her with your mom, so we didn't.
I felt relieved I wouldn't have to confess to losing my niece, but was equally confused. Everyone supported my sister-in-law's story, and it was not a prank. Even my mom said that she was in the kitchen and was not with the baby at all. If it's true that my niece was not home at that time, then who was I babysitting? Who drank the juice and who ate the cereal? Who was the baby I was with? Perhaps it was my imagination or a weird mental episode due to whatever, but I'm 42 now, and if it was in my head, well, I've never had an episode with visions like that ever, either before or after that time. To this day, I still get a little bit of the heebie jeebies when I think of this.
Well, there you have it, murderers. the most terrifying encounters of little girls that we have to offer here. At the end of the day, I'm left to wonder, were they the disembodied spirits of young girls left to wander in these places? Or was there something more sinister at play? Were they shape-shifting tricksters? Were they seeking a little bit of trust and sympathy from the people they appeared to? Perhaps in the tale of the little toddler, was she a mimic? And for what purpose? Why did she appear that way at that time? And how did she do that? These are things we're left to ponder, and we'll never truly know the answer. But I hoped you enjoyed the telling all the same. Join us next time for a full episode of The Wandering Crow.